Hey, Heritage family, we are so excited to be continuing our Follow Me journey. And so this is the first of many podcasts that you're going to hear over the next 12 to 13 weeks. And so let me just give you a synopsis of where we're at. And so at this point, you should be reading or have read up to page 12. If you've gone through past page 12 into the chapters, into the daily devotions, you've probably got a jump start on where we're going. So you can just pause and we'll catch up to you as we jump into next week. So page 12 is the goal, that prologue, the letter from me, kind of the setup of the book. That's really the goal, so that when we hit Sunday, we're going to be preaching into part 2, that first concept of starting to follow Jesus and the idea of who is God in our chapter that's right there. And so that's where we're headed. And then each one of those daily devotions is going to be recorded. So each week, what you'll see is your week's going to start off with a podcast. That podcast is kind of going to set the tone for what the topic is. You've already heard a message on the topic at that point. So podcast is ready early morning on Monday. You're going to read through the chapter after that and then start your daily devotions. There'll be 5 devotions Monday through Friday. If you need to catch up on Saturday, you can. And then we'll be back into a new topic and a new chapter the next week, starting with a sermon. So I encourage you, if you're not already following our podcast or you're not subscribed to our email blog updates, you probably need to, because that'll help you have easier access. So any of your major podcast platforms, you can go ahead and just type in Heritage Church Wichita Falls, and you'll see our H logo right there in the corner. And go ahead and click that follow button. So it should make sure it has a subscribe or a check mark in the top corner, and that'll get you automatic updates for it. That's the easiest way to be able to get to it, because it'll just show up in your inbox once you subscribe, and you can just listen to it there. And then you already have all the devotions for the next 12 weeks in your books. So I'd encourage you, if you didn't pick up a book on Sunday, that you would do that, so that you have that available for you and your family. Like we said, each week you're going to be writing in that book, so you're going to need one per family member that's going through this series with us. So I am just so excited. And I would say, if we could summarize this whole journey, is that we are choosing over the next 12 weeks to be really intentional with who we're following and what it means to be a follower of Jesus. And so the whole idea is that Jesus says, follow me, and we're going to choose to do just that. And so it's a great opportunity for you to really dive in and understand what it means to be a follower, what it means to be a believer, and to put you in environments to ask questions, to dive deeper, and to have a greater understanding. And if you're saying, hey, I got this figured out, then my hopes is that you're like Paul, are saying, follow me as I follow Christ, and you've grabbed somebody and you've pulled them along in this journey with you. So can't wait to see what God does inside of this series, but just know we are going to have an incredible time with the Lord, and we have already started, but it officially kicks off on this Sunday with starting to follow Jesus, who is God.